I am RC Robbin. Please like the video, please subscribe to the channel. Imagine if the actors from the Marvel Cinematic Universe were to play Major League Baseball against legends past and present, and that's what you'd have right here. This is game number 126 out of 162 plus, and I say plus because, of course, I'm hoping to make the playoffs and then the World Series. So, as you can see, the standings are represented. The drive for the playoffs, the National League West, the Avengers are in second place, a full game behind the LA Dodgers. Their record is 79-46. We're going for win number 80 today, trying to get that first place spot. We want to win the division. Jump into the calendar. Quick two-game set at home against the San Francisco Giants. Let's play game one. Scarlett Johansson on the mound for the Hollywood Avengers. Let's play the game. All games on this date featuring CPO-controlled teams will be simulated. Yes, I want to continue. Play full game. We are the home team at Crosley Field, which is the designated home ballpark for the Hollywood Avengers. Broadcast. Scarlett Johansson, 8-3. Lineup looks good. Let's rock and roll. Terrence Howard has played a while now. Skip. Let's rock and roll. These are your lineups. For your information, I hit, I pitch, I field. I do not run the bases. I let the computer run the bases for me, and the difficulty setting is set to all-star. Somewhere in the middle, you have rookie, veteran, then all-star, and then above all-star you have legendary and Hall of Fame. Or Hall of Fame and legendary. I don't know. Needless to say, I do play-by-play live here at Crosley Field. Welcome to broadcast of Major League Baseball as the San Francisco 49ers, check that, San Francisco Giants visit the Hollywood Avengers, screwing up my sports. Football on the mind, pardon me. On the mound for the Avengers, Scarlett Johansson going for win number 9. She's 8-3 with a 3.39 earned run average. She plays Black Widow in the MCU. And leading off for the Giants, Tony Gwynn hitting .292, 5 homers, 38 runs batted in. Here comes the first pitch of the ballgame. Fouls it back, strike one.
First pitch, 7-10.
Misses low with the fastball. Count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. The Los Angeles Dodgers have already won today, which means the Avengers are a game and a half back in the NL West. They need to win today to keep pace. Those Dodgers keep winning. Pops him up. Third baseman Black Panther makes the catch for the first out. Starting lineup for the Giants, Tony Gwynn's in right, Chipper Jones is at third, Jimmy Fox is at first, Cal Ripken Jr. at shortstop. Brett Boone is the second baseman, Eloy Jimenez is in left, Shane Victorino is in center, the DH, Domingo Santana, batting ninth and playing catcher, Caleb Hamilton. Chipper Jones, 348, 20 homers, 61 runs batted in, up there with 1 out, here in the top of the first. Fastball misses inside, ball 1. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. And that's a drive to center. Sliding over is Don Cheadle. War Machine makes the catch for out number 2.
Batting third. The first baseman.
Up third for the Giants, Jimmy Fox hitting .318. He has 33 homers and 92 runs batted in. First baseman for the Giants, legendary player. Misses inside with a breaking ball. Count as 1 ball, no strikes. And he just gets a piece of that changeup. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Scarlett Johansson started the season in the bullpen. Then there was an injury to starter Samuel L. Jackson. She took his spot in the rotation and has not given it up since. She's pitched well. High strike. Count as 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
And he pops it up in the infield. Charging is Chadwick Boseman, and center of the diamond, he makes the catch to retire the side. It's a 1-2-3 inning. After a half inning of baseball here at Crosley Field, it's the Giants nothing, the Hollywood Avengers coming to bat. On the mound for the Giants, Logan Webb. Logan is an opener. He's a bullpen guy who's making his third start of the season. He's only pitched 11 innings this season. He's obviously just recently called up from the minor leagues. So he will face Anthony Mackie, leading off, hitting .305, 15 homers, 60 RBIs. Plays shortstop for the Avengers. He is Sam Wilson in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Fastball low and outside, ball one. Giants 62 and 62 with 500. They are in last place in the National League West, so it's team at near the top. Swing and a miss out in front. Count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. Mackie is the new Captain America. And he lines it the other way, racing over. He will not make it. It bounces into the seats. It is going to be a ground rule double. Mackie's 28th double of the season. Cut the check. Just gets a piece of it, slicing down the left field line, 1 hop inside the fence and then into the stands for a ground rule double. The Avengers will now have a runner in scoring position for Tom Holland, hitting .364, 16 homers, 73 RBIs. Tom Holland plays Spider-Man in the MCU. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And he fouls off the fastball. Strike one, 95 on the radar gun. Mackie leads off second. Here's the pitch from Webb. And it's a deep drive to center. Back goes the center fielder at the track. Makes the catch at the warning track, deepest part of this field. And tagging and going to third is Mackie with that speed. He will be at third base. Starting lineup for the Avengers. Anthony Mackie's at short. Tom Holland's at second. Robert Downey Jr. is at first. The DH, Mark Ruffalo. Chadwick Boseman's at third. Dave Bautista's in right. Sebastian Stan is in left. The DH, Idris Elba. Batting ninth and playing center field, Don Cheadle. So with a runner at third and less than 2 outs, Robert Downey Jr. steps up, hitting .289. He has 18 homers on the season. He needs to get that runner home. Fastball outside, ball one. Tony can get him home with a deep fly ball or ground ball in the hole. Does not need a hit to score the first run. Slider backdoor in there. Count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. Robert Downey Jr. has 73 RBIs on the season. Looking for 74. Fouls it off. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Tony Stark. Pops it up behind home plate, out of play. Count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, Anthony Mackie leads off third, 1 away here at the top of the first. Check that bottom of the first. And he pops it up again behind home plate and out of play. Let's do it again. Ground ball to second. That should get the job done. It's an RBI ground out for Tony Stark, and RBI number 74, and the MCU takes an early 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. So 2 outs, bases empty, and up steps the Incredible Hulk, Mark Ruffalo. .337, a team-high 28 homers and 108 RBIs. He also carries an 11-game hitting streak into this contest. Here comes the pitch from Webb. And he deep fly ball to right. He's got a chance. Back goes the center fielder at the track. He makes a running catch at the track to retire the side. Nice play by Shane Victorino. But they do score a run on the RBI ground out. And at the end of first, it's the Avengers 1, the Giants 0. This is Avengers Baseball. So we go to the top of the second. Up steps Cal Ripken Jr., the shortstop for the San Francisco Giants. I keep wanting to say the 49ers. Cal is hitting .276. He has 31 homers and 96 RBIs. It's great production. Cal played his Hall of Fame career for the Baltimore Orioles, and he flies to center. There is Don Cheadle, 1 pitch, 1 away. He's baseball's Iron Man. Defensive alignment for the Avengers in the outfield. From left to right, you have Sebastian Stan, Don Cheadle, and Dave Bautista. And in the infield, Chadwick Boseman, Anthony Mackie, Tom Holland, Robert Downey Jr. at first, with Mark Ruffalo behind home plate. The Hollywood Avengers lead the National League in fielding percentage. Up next, Brett Boone, .279, 33 homers, 86 RBIs. And he grounds to first, fielded by Tony. Robert Downey Jr. steps on the bag himself, and there are 2 quick outs here in the top of the second.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, Eloy.
2 down, up steps Eloy Jimenez. Hitting .258, 22 homers, 56 runs batted in. He's the left fielder for the Giants. He's a current Major League ball player. I think he plays for the Chicago White Sox in real life. Just misses with the outside corner, ball 1. Scarlett Johansson doesn't throw in the high 90s. She throws 89, 90, 90, 91 miles an hour with the fastball, but she has 4 different pitches that all move. So, high fastball in there, count as 1 ball, 1 strike. She gets by with location, north, south, east, west. That's how, and she also has a nasty knuckleball, and here it is. Fouls off the knuckler, count as 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jimenez. Drives it to center. Charging is with the War Machine. Cheadle makes the catch. It's another 1-2-3 inning for Black Widow. After 1.5, it's 1-0. Avengers lead. Leading off here in the bottom of the second is the late, great Chadwick Boseman, hitting .336. He has 15 homers and 58 runs batted in.
Number 20.
Late and great because unfortunately we lost Chadwick Boseman to colon cancer in 2020. May he rest in peace. First pitch is outside for ball 1. May he live forever in Avengers baseball. That's a line drive, and that should be in there, and it is. It's a single, leadoff single. Black Panther, Wakanda forever. Leadoff single here in the bottom of the second for the Avengers. Next up, Dave Bautista, or Drax the Destroyer, hitting .313 on the season. And he's going. The first pitch is high. Throw down is 1 hop, not in time. So it's a single and a stolen base for Black Panther. And the Avengers will now have a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Here's the replay. Not on the mark. So Bautista has a 1-0 count. Needs to move that runner over to third. And he will. Backhanded. Oh, bobbled. Throws to first in time. And there's the first out. Runner moves to third base. Not fielded cleanly by Brett Boone, but kept it in front of him. Up next is Sebastian Stan, the Winter Soldier, hitting .279, 9 homers, 38 RBIs. Runner at third, less than 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. He can make this a 2-0 ball game. Fastball is outside, ball 1. And it's a medium depth fly ball. Should be deep enough to get that runner home from third, and it will be. It is an RBI sacrifice fly for the Winter Soldier. Bucky Barnes makes this a 2-0 lead for the MCU.
Number 63.
So a single, a stolen base, and a sacrifice fly, and the MCU leads 2-0. Idris Elba, Hemdall, the man who sees all, hitting .266, 7 homers, 39 RBIs. 2 outs, bases empty, 2-0 Avengers. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside, ball 1. Elba carries a modest 5-game hitting streak into this contest.
2 balls, no
Inside, 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. And that's a line drive, but I think Eloy Jimenez will run it down, and run it down he shall, to retire the side. But an RBI sacrifice fly at the end of 2, it's a 2-0 lead for the Avengers. Don't forget to hydrate, people. Always hydrate. Drink your water. So we go to the top of the third. San Francisco sends center fielder Shane Victorino up to the plate. Shane's hitting .320 on the season. And Black Widow sets, and she delivers. Swing and a miss, the fastball, strike 1. And in the dirt, chases it, counts quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Victorino not showing a lot of discipline at the plate. And that hits him. An 0-2 count hits him. That's a waste. Leadoff man is at first.
Batting it, the designated hitter, Domingo Santana.
Right in the backside. Next up, Domingo Santana, the designated hitter. He's hitting .263 homers, 13 RBIs. Fastball in there, strike one.
0-1's the count.
Runner leads off first. Swing and a miss at the two-seam fastball. Count again quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Chases it. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Mr. Santana. That's first strikeout of the game for Black Widow. Here's the replay. And there's one away here in the top of the third. Nowhere close. Next up, Caleb Hamilton, 241, 7 homers, 23 runs batted in. Fastball in there, strike one. Fouls it upstairs behind home plate. Count is no balls and 2 strikes to Hamilton, catcher for the Giants. Lazy fly ball down the right field line, slicing out of play. Count will remain no balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And there are 2 away. Nasty pitch from SCRORE. Here's the replay. Was it a strike? Absolutely, just way out in front of the breaking ball. 2 down, up steps the leadoff man, Tony Gwynn. Hall of Famer, 3,000 hit club guy. He's hitting 0 for 1 in today's contest. Inside fastball, ball 1. Tony Gwynn was a batting champion. He was 3,000 hit club guy, Hall of Famer. In there, strike one, count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. Ground ball fielded by Scarlett Johansson. Throws to first in time, and the side is retired. So 3 scoreless innings. After 2.5, it's the Hollywood Avengers 2, San Francisco Giants nothing. This is Avengers Baseball. So we go to the bottom of the third. Up steps the War Machine, 278, 10 homers, 59 RBIs. Don Cheadle steps in to lead off. Here comes a pitch from Webb. And that's a ground ball, base hit up the middle. And Cheadle is starting to get hot after a prolonged slump beginning the second half of the season. He has been hot as of late. And that's a ground ball with eyes. So another leadoff man. In the first and second innings, the leadoff man got on. Both times they came around to score. Lineup turns over. Anthony Mackie's 1 for 1 with the double. Fastball outside corner, strike one. As I said earlier, he plays Sam Wilson, or the new Captain America in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. If you don't know that, you need to get on your Disney Plus TV shows. And that is a pop. Oh, it's going to bloop in there for a hit. So 2 straight hits to lead off the bottom of the third. Runners at first and second and nobody out. I'm surprised that Cal Ripken went to cover third on that. Didn't make an attempt to make the catch. Very strange. So anyway, next up, Tom Holland leads the ball club in batting average. He flew out in the first. He's 0 for 1. 2 runners on, nobody out. Now it's another hit. And the runner will stop at third. We'll go station to station, but the bases are now loaded with Avengers with nobody out. And he's got a chance to really break this game open here. Next up is Robert Downey Jr. with the bases loaded. And nobody out. He has an RBI ground out in the first. Pitches outside, ball 1. There's nowhere to put him. If he walks him, he forces in a run, and it's 3-0. So let's see what happens. Webb sets, checks the runners, and deals. Pitches low, checked his swing, count is 2 balls and no strikes. They're making him work. At the knees, strike 1, count is 2 balls and 1 strike. So runners lead off all 3 bases. Bases loaded here in the bottom of the third. Ground ball to the second baseman, flips to second for the 1, back to first. A double play, so it is a 4-6-3 double play. On the double play, a run scores. No RBI awarded on the play, so it's 3-0 MCU. So they exchanged the 2 outs for the run scoring. For Brett Boone over to Cal Ripken Jr. and then to Jimmy Fox to complete the double play. Up next, Mark Ruffalo, who flew out in the first. He is the Incredible Hulk in the MCU. He has a runner at third and 2 away. Chases a slider, swing and a miss. Strike 1. He's going to need a hit to get that runner home from third. Let's see what happens. Fouls off the slider. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Mark Ruffalo is not the first man in the MCU to play the Incredible Hulk, but he is the best man, in my humble opinion. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, the MCU have scored 3 times. They're up 3-0 here in the bottom of the third in this quick 2-game set. Fouls it back, out of play. Count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Blocked nicely by Caleb Hamilton. Count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third. 3-0 MCU. Here's the pitch from Logan Webb. Full count, 3-2. On deck, the Black Panther, T'Challa. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. That's a deep drive, but I think it might be playable, and it is. Victorino retires the side, but they get another run on the RBI double play. And after 3 innings of baseball, it's 3-0. Avengers lead. Stepping up to the plate here in the top of the 4th is Chipper Jones, who flew out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Once a game, for accountability's sake, I like to show off the difficulty setting. So gameplay, hitting difficulty is set to All-Star, as you can see. And pitching difficulty is also set to All-Star. Scarlett sets and delivers. Fouls off the fastball for strike 1. Chipper Jones played for the Atlanta Braves. If he's not a Hall of Famer, he should be. Perennial All-Star during his career in the 90s. Out in front of the changeup, swinging to miss. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Scarlett is sharp today. Just misses with the knuckler. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, ties him up in knots, strikes him out for the first out. Strikeout number 3 for Scarlett Johansson. Here's the replay.
The first baseman, number 3, Jimmy Fox.
Next up, first baseman Jimmy Fox. Popped out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Here comes the pitch. Misses outside with the fastball. Count is 1 ball and no strikes. Jimmy Fox has 33 homers and 92 runs batted in on the season. Chases a slider, swings and misses. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Nubber at the mound, charging is Ruffalo. Off-bounds throw in time, and there are 2 away here in the top of the 4th inning. Nice athletic play from Mark Ruffalo behind the plate. So next up, Cal Ripken Jr. He is the Iron Man in baseball. He's 0 for 1. Iron Man because he had the consecutive game streak, 2,632 or something along those lines. And he pops it up behind home plate. Out of the crouch, up the elevator shaft is Ruffalo to make the catch. It is another 1-2-3 inning for Scarlett Johansson. 4 shutout innings, 4 no-hit innings. After 3.5, it's 3-0 Avengers. So up next here in the bottom of the 4th is Chadwick Boseman. He singled and scored a run today. Second plate appearance. Chases a slider, swing and a miss, strike 1. Outside, count as 1 ball and 1 strike. So this is game number 126 out of 162. Bouncer up the middle, it's got a chance. Fielded, off-balance throw. In time, gorgeous play by the Iron Man, Cal Ripken Jr. That is a Sports Center play for the first out. Next up is Dave Bautista, or Drax the Destroyer. He is 0 for 1. 312 this season. 13 homers, 62 RBIs. He's also a former professional WWE professional wrestler. Pops it up, out of play, strike 1. So game number 126, the Avengers are 79 and 46 on the season. Ground ball through the left side. It is a 1-out single for Drax the Destroyer. Nothing gets past him. He would catch it. Here's the replay.
Now batting, number 16.
And it's just a ground ball between short and third. Next up, Bucky Barnes. Sack fly in the second. No official at bat.
1-0.
Breaking ball is outside, ball 1. The Winter Soldier, Sebastian Stan. Fastball's low, 2 balls and no strikes. Sebastian 13 for his last 35. That's a 371 clip. So he's been hot lately. And that's a drive, but I think playable for the center fielder. Victorino settles under it, makes the catch for out number 2. Got decent wood, but couldn't get it in the gap. So 2 down, up steps Idris Elba, who lined out in the second. He's 0 for 1. Runner leads off first. Inside, ball 1. Ground ball to the second baseman. Boone fields, fires, got him. And the side is retired. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 3-0. Avengers lead. Check that. We go to the top of the 5th. Up steps Brett Boone, who's 0 for 1. Pardon me. 4 shutout innings, 4 no-hit innings for Scarlett Johansson. Fouls it back, strike 1. Ground ball up the first base line, out of play. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Brett Boone played for the Seattle Mariners in the 1990s, in the middle of that steroid-fueled home run explosion. That's a deep drive, speaking of steroid-fueled explosions, but not enough. Sebastian Stan makes the catch for the first out. Didn't quite get enough of it.
Now batting,
ScarJo, team leaders in ERA. They lead the National League, the Avengers do, in team ERA. The Dodgers, who are in first place, are in third place, as you can see. Nationals on that list. Next up, Eloy Jimenez flew out in the second. He's 0 for 1. Fastball in there, strike 1. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Change up low, count as 1 ball and 1 strike. Line drive caught by Black Panther guarding the third base line. There are 2 away. Perfect placement on the infield. I guess they were playing him to pull. 3 infielders on that left side. So 2 outs, up steps Shane Victorino, the only man to reach base. He was hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning. No official at bat. Here comes the pitch from ScarJo. And he's late on the fastball, fouls it off, strike 1. And that is a down the right field line. It may drop in, and it will drop in. So that's the first hit of the ball game. It's a 2-out double, and the crowd doesn't like it because they think that maybe Dave Bautista could have come up with this and preserved the no-hit bid. So that's a situation where the defense doesn't help out. Nevertheless, that's hit number 1, a double for Shane Victorino, double number 26 on the season. Runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Domingo Santana steps up to the plate, struck out in his last at-bat. Checks his swing, but the fastball's in there for strike 1. So, the no-hit bid is no longer an issue. Now she can work on the shutout. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Domingo Santana is hitting only a .167 this season with runners in scoring position. So, he's not comfortable with that runner. Swing and a miss, struck him outside, retired. So yes, they get a hit, but it's 5 shutout innings for Scarlett Johansson. The Avengers lead 3-0. This is Avengers Baseball. Leading off the bottom of the 5th is Don Cheadle. He has a single and a run scored today. He's 1 for 1. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Webb. Fastball, or check that slider, outside, ball 1. He was 3 for 4 yesterday. He's 1 for 1 today. This time it is a 2-hopper to Cal Ripken. Throws to first in time, and there's 1 away. Next up, Anthony Mackie. Anthony Mackie is 2 for 2. He has a single, a double, a run scored. Up there with 1 out. The base is empty. Pulls it down the right field line, out of play for strike 1. 4 for his last 10 at the plate. Inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitches outside. Off the end of the bat, pops it up. In foul territory, Jimmy Fox in underneath it makes the catch for the 2nd out.
The batter, number 8, second baseman, Tom Holland.
Next up, Tom Holland, Spider-Man. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Base is empty, 2 outs. Pitches high, ball 1. That's a line drive headed towards the left center field gap. And he will make the turn. He's heading for second. I don't know if that's a wise decision. And it is not. It's a single and thrown out trying to stretch it to a double. Side is retired. It's an official ball game. 5 innings complete. The Avengers lead 3-0. So we go to the top of the 6th. Up steps catcher Caleb Hamilton. Struck out in the 3rd. He's 0 for 1. Scarlett Johansson deals. Ground ball up the middle and through. Finally, a legitimate hit. The 2nd hit of the ball game for the Giants. And they have a leadoff single here in the top of the 6th. 5 innings plus 2 hits, no earned runs, no walkouts, 4 strikeouts. Scarlett's line so far. Lineup turns over. It's Tony Gwynn steps up. And that's another hit. Line drive up the middle. Back-to-back hits here in the 6th. There's 2 on and nobody out for the San Francisco Giants. Here's the replay.
Now batting, third baseman, Chipper Jones.
So the tying run will come to the plate here in the 6th. Chipper Jones has that kind of power to make this game a tie ball game. Pitches low and inside, ball 1. Two-seam fastball finds the outside corner. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. That's a deep drive. It's got a chance, but it slices out of play for strike number 2. Count to Chipper is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Misses off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. MCU leads 3-0 here in the 6th. Strike 3 called. Outside corner. Chipper doesn't believe it, but that's strikeout number 5 for Scarlett Johansson. And the first out here in the 6th. I don't know what he was looking at. That's a strike. You got to protect the plate with 2 strikes. Jimmy Fox. Jimmy's 0 for 2, but he does have power. He is the tying run at the plate. Fastball outside corner. Strike 1. He's 33 homers and 92 RBIs on the season. Runners lead off first and second. And that's a line drive headed towards the gap. Runner will round third and head home. It is an RBI single for Jimmy Fox, and the MCU now leads 3-1. The tying runs are on base. So Cal Ripken Jr. steps up. The manager is going to have a mound visit and send the pitching coach out there to talk to Scarlett, slow things down. Cal has 31 homers on the season, 96 RBIs, but he's 0 for 2 today. And he pops it up the elevator shaft. Out of the crouch is the Hulk, makes the catch for the second out. The runner at third does not score. So with 2 down, up steps Brett Boone. Now Brett Boone's got 33 homers. Everyone in this lineup has the ability to put the ball out of the ballpark. And that's a line drive. Foul. Strike one. Brett Boone's hitting .308 with runners in scoring position. So it's comfortable in these situations. Looked low. Called a strike by the home plate umpire. The count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Scarlett is 1 strike away from getting out of this jam. Grounder to second. Shoveled over to second base for the force to retire the side. But 1 run does cross the plate. It's a 2-run lead for the Avengers after 5.5. It's the Avengers 3, the Giants 1. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Up steps Iron Man, Tony Stark. Tony's 0 for 2. He does have he would have an RBI, but... And that ball is up the middle and through. It is a leadoff single. Brett Boone, not a lot of range out there. So, leadoff single for Tony.
Now batter, number 84.
Let's look at this. I thought he was going to come up with this. I don't know. He gave the uniform up. He gave it the body. I shouldn't be so critical. So, the Giants manager, Gabe Kapler, has seen enough. He's going to the bullpen. He wants the right-hander. Webb is responsible for 3 runs. He's in a losing position. He cannot win. He's responsible for the runner at first. In relief for the Giants is Brian Abreu, making his 43rd appearance out of the bullpen. He's 2-3 with a 6.91 earned run average. So the Incredible Hulk steps up to the plate. Ruffalo is 0 for 2 today. And that's a deep drive, but I got a feeling Jimenez is going to make the catch, and he does. That's out number 1. Hit it on the nose. But Eloy Jimenez made a nice play for the first out of the inning.
Number 20.
Here's the replay. Making a bid for that left center field gap, but left fielder ran it down. So next up is Chadwick Boseman. 1 for 2 with a single. Runner leads off first. 1 out, bottom of the 6th, 3-1 lead for the MCU. And that ball is high. It is far. That ball is gonzo. That is a 2-run home run for Black Panther. Wakanda forever, baby. Home run number 16 is a 2-run shot. And just like that, the Avengers take a 5-1 advantage here in the bottom of the 6th. T'Challa. Chadwick Boseman. Let's watch the replay. Boom. Over that tall left center field fence. 5-1 Avengers. So next up, Dave Bautista. 1 for 2 with a single. Pitches high, ball 1. That's a line drive, base hit to left. Big turn at first, but he will hold. So Abreu has had a rude welcoming. He's come out to the mound. He's given up a 2-run homer and now a hard line drive single. And the onslaught continues. Next up, Sebastian Stan, who has a sac fly today. Officially, he's 0 for 1. Quick throw to first, and Bautista's back. 5-1 Avengers here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. Slider. Count is no balls, 1 strike. Throw to first. Bautista's back. Bautista does have speed. With a 4-run lead, will he be stealing? I couldn't tell you. I let the computer control the runners. I hit, I pitch, I field. Pitch out, throw down, one hop, but in time, and he is nabbed. So Batista is caught stealing. Base is empty, 2 outs. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike on Stan. Outside 2-1. So the Avengers are going for win number 80. They're chasing the Los Angeles Dodgers in the National League West. They've taken the place of the San Diego Padres in the NL West. And it is a ground ball foul. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Base is empty. Bottom of the 6th. 5-1 lead. Here's the pitch from Abreu. And that's got a chance, but playable for Eloy Jimenez to retire the side. But a 2-run home run from Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman. And at the end of 6 innings of play, it's a 4-run lead for the Avengers. They lead 5-1. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. So we go to the top of the 7th. Up steps Eloy Jimenez. Scarlett Johansson is still out there.
Eloy Jimenez.
Swing and a miss to the fastball, strike 1. Eloy is 0 for 2 today. Scarlett's 8-3 on the season. He's cruising. And he pulls the changeup foul down the right field line. Check that left field line. Count is 0-2 on Jimenez. And it's a line drive headed before the seats, out of play. Count will remain 0-2. Jams him, pops it upstairs behind home plate. We'll do it again. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and there's 1 away. That is strikeout number 6 on the game for Scarlett. Next up, center fielder switch hitter Shane Victorino, who doubled in the 5th. He is 1 for 1. He's also hit by a pitch in this game. Line drive caught by the 3rd baseman, and there are 2 quick outs here in the top of the 7th. 2 outs, up steps the DH Domingo Santana, who struck out twice today. Here comes the pitch. In there, strike 1.
0-1.
Ground ball, easy play for Tony Stark. Tony takes it himself to retire the side. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the 7th inning stretch here at Crosley Field as the Hollywood Avengers lead 5-1. To the ball game, take me out to the crowd. Idris Elba steps up to lead it off for the Avengers here in the bottom of the 7th. He's 0 for 2.
Number 63.
Fastball by Brian Abreu. Outside for ball 1. 2 right-handers warming in the Giants bullpen. Yusmeiro Petit and Nick Whitgren getting loose for the Giants. Checks the swing, fastball's outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Avengers lead 5-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. First game of a 2-game set, quick 2-game set here at Crosley Field. Inside, 3-0. Will he have the green light on 3-0? On deck, War Machine. He will not have the green light because I don't swing on 3-0 pitches. And that's why, ball 4. So leadoff man walks here for the Avengers here in the bottom of the 7th.
Number 10.
Next up, Don Cheadle, 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Here comes the pitch. Curveball outside, ball 1. And Abreu has temporarily lost the strike zone. If I were Cheadle, I would wait until he finds it again before I take a swing. And there it is. Counted evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. I'm sure the shackles are now off. Just gets a piece of that low fastball. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. Don Cheadle plays James Rhodes in the Iron Man franchise. That's a line drive headed towards the left center field gap, and I got a feeling it's going to be in there. No, it won't. And he goes, oh no, base running mistake by Idris, and it's going to be a double play for the second out. Idris Elba took off from first, expecting it to drop in there for a double, and it didn't, and he ran himself into a double play. So base is empty, 2 down for Anthony Mackie, who's 2 for 3. What a bad decision on the base paths. Fastball outside, ball 1.
Count 1-0.
And he pops it up in the infield. Charging is Chipper. And he retires the side. 7 innings complete. 4-run lead for the Avengers. The MCU leads 5-1. This is Avengers Baseball. Thank you for watching. I am RC Robbin. I appreciate you. Even if you're not watching it live, you're watching it after the fact. Thank you for taking the time. Don't forget to like the video. So Caleb Hamilton leads off in the top of the 8th. Scarlett is still out there pitching. She's only thrown 68 pitches. And he fouls it off late on the fastball, strike 1. So long as she's not struggling, there really is no reason to take her out of the game. Chases the slider, swing and a miss out front. Count is no balls and 2 strikes. Jams him. Shallow fly ball to center. Charging is the Winter Soldier. Cheadle makes the catch for out number 1. Scarlett, league leaders, complete games. Chris Hemsworth, her teammate Thor Odin's son, leads the league with 9 complete games. Scarlett does have 3, though. Will she have number 4? I'm not really sure. Next up, Tony Gwynn. And that's a line drive. Will he catch it? Yes, he will. Nice range, covering a lot of real estate out there in left center field. The Winter Soldier makes the catch for out number 2. Look at that metal arm. So 2 down, up steps Chipper Jones, who's 0 for 3. Swing and a miss at the slider, strike 1. That's manager Gabe Kapler. Line drive, base hit. It's a 2-out single for Chipper Jones. And the top of the 8th will continue for the San Francisco Giants.
The first baseman, number 3.
Next up, Jimmy Fox, 1 for 3 with an RBI single today. Fouls off the fastball for strike 1. Misses with the slider. Count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Attendance. Crosley Field, 23,168 now. This is a minor league ballpark that they use as their home ballpark, so that's actually a sellout. So pretty good attendance. Swing and a miss at the changeup, down and in. Count is 1 and 2. And she has baffled these Giants hitters all day long. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And the side is retired. 8 innings, 4-run lead. Avengers lead 5-1. Thank you for watching.
Your attention, please.
Pitching for the San Francisco 49ers here in the bottom of the 8th is Yusmero Petit, 2-0 with a 3.95 earned run average. And he will face Tom Holland, who's 2 for 3. He's got that average up to 366. That's in the top 3 in the National League in the batting race. And he pulls it down the left field line, out of play, strike 1. That's a line drive, and that ball is going to one-hop to the fence. He's going to round first and head to second. He's got the speed. It's going to be a leadoff double, and the 3rd hit of the ball game for Spider-Man. Tom Holland's 35th double of the season. We're in the middle of August. He has 35 doubles. He's on pace for like 50. Here's the replay. Next up, Robert Downey Jr. Tony does have an RBI today, 1 for 3 with a single. Looked like it was inside, but called the strike by the home plate umpire. The count is 0-1. Runner leads off second. Here's the pitch. Fouls it down the left field line, out of play. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Tony Stark is hitting .352 with runners in scoring position, so he's comfortable with that runner at second base. It's a 4-run lead for the Avengers. And he pulls it down the right field line, out of play. Count will remain no balls, 2 strikes. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video. MCU leads 5-1 here in the bottom of the 8th. And that's a deep drive, but playable. Tony in front of the warning track. Gwynn makes the catch. Tagging at second, heading to third. Spider-Man makes it to third base, so it's a productive out as they have a runner at third and less than 2 outs now. Possible insurance run. Up next, Mark Ruffalo. Mark leads the team in RBIs with 108. He's 0 for 3 today, but he doesn't need a hit in order to get that RBI home from third. Let's see what happens. High and inside, ball 1. Mark's hitting .351 with runners in scoring position. Not surprising, considering his RBI tally. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. An intentional walk. We shall see. Three 3-0 count. Will he have the green light on 3-0? No, he will not. Not swinging on 3-0. Taking the pitch. Outside corner, strike 1. Hitters count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Now the handcuffs are off. Anything's fair game. Let's see where it goes. Ball 4 inside with the cut fastball. So there'll be runners at first and third with 1 out. At least the double play will be in order. Up steps Chadwick Boseman, who hit a home run, a 2-run shot in his last at-bat. 2 for 3. He's got an opportunity here with runners at first and third and only 1 out to increase the Avengers' lead here in the 8th. Chases a fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1. Fouls off the fastball, count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on T'Challa. Here comes the pitch from Petit. That's a slow bouncer over to second for 1, back to first. Not in time. It's an RBI ground out. And the MCU now leads 6-1. Fielder's choice out at second. The run scores, and it is a 5-run lead for the MCU. And an RBI for Black Panther. So, runner at first, 2 down, up steps Dave Bautista, who is 2 for 3. 2 singles today. Pitch out, nothing doing. So manager is gonna go to the bullpen and warm up Jeremy Renner, who is Hawkeye, just in case things get out of control. But we're gonna go for the complete game with Scarlett Johansson. Big lead at first, and he's going. Pitch down there is not in time. It is the 2nd stolen base of the game for Black Panther today. It was close, but he got feet in there. Yep, feet were on the bag before the tag was applied. So runner in scoring position, a single can score that run from second base. Let's see what happens. Dave's got 2 hits already today. Just gets a piece of the cutter. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Drax. Low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, runner off second. 1 run across the plate. It's 6-1 MCU. Here's the pitch from Petit. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. On deck, the Winter Soldier. Chadwick leads off second. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball to the pitcher. Throws to first in time. Side is retired. So last licks for the San Francisco Giants. They need 5 runs to tie as we go to the 9th. Can they do it? Can Scarlett Johansson get the complete game? We shall see, said the blind man. We shall see. This is Avengers Baseball. Leading off, Cal Ripken Jr. 0 for 3 today against Scarlett. She's going for the complete game. Here's the pitch. And that's a deep drive. Charging over is, oh, nice catch by War Machine. Hits a line drive to the fence. He makes the catch, collides with the wall. 1 pitch, 1 away here in the top of the 9th. Next up, Brett Boone, 0 for 3. Great play by Don Cheadle in center. Here's the next pitch. Outside corner with the changeup, strike 1. Ground ball to the second baseman, Holland Fields, fires, got him. And there are 2 away here in the 9th, and the Giants are down to their final out of the game. Representing that final out is Eloy Jimenez, who's 0 for 3 today. If I'm not mistaken, I think he struck out all 3 times. Fastball outside corner, strike 1. Misses with the changeup, 1 ball and 1 strike. And it's a bouncer up the third base line. It is a foul ball. And the Giants are down to their final strike of the game. The fans are on their feet. Here comes the pitch from Scarlett. And that's it, fly ball. This should do it. Batista makes the catch to retire the side. Ball game over. Avengers win 6-1. Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, gets win number 9 on the season. That is win number 80 for the ball club. They are 80 wins and 46 losses. They are officially 1 game behind the Los Angeles Dodgers in 2nd place in the National League West. The line up at the top of the screen, you have the Hollywood Avengers with 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors. San Francisco Giants, 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. The winner again is Scarlett Johansson, win number 9, she's 9-3. Logan Webb gets the loss. And the player of the game is Chadwick Boseman, 2 for 4, a homer, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, is your player of the game. And this has been a presentation of Avengers Baseball. Game number 126 out of 162 and beyond. No skipped innings, no simulated games, all of them on YouTube from beginning to end. And we're almost there. We are in mid-August. We have maybe 35 games left. Hello, Sonic the Blue Hedgehog. You're here as the game is ending, but you're here nonetheless. Thank you so much. It's always good to see your name in the chat. Always good to have a comment. You just missed a win by the Hollywood Avengers. The Avengers won 6-1. Scarlett Johansson with her 9th win of the season. I will be coming back later on tonight to play a little bit of Grand Theft Auto Trilogy. I would say about 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I will be on again. I hope to see your name in the chat box, Sonic. Anyway, the final again here at Crosley Field. The Avengers win, not 6-1. Take care. See you soon.